Let's get to O'Reilly, because we talked about this yesterday, and I've decided that it perhaps has legs. And let me get into character again. Bill O'Reilly, truth killer, the killer of truths. Truths that remain unborn because O'Reilly killed them. Truths that O'Reilly killed in the womb of some people's minds who might be enlightened but can't because O'Reilly is a murderer of the truths that they might have in their heads if they were broader minded as opposed to O'Reilly's minions. He got on TV to defend himself, but now he's broadening his defense. Now he's creating false equivalencies. He's trying to do some sort of relativistic philosophy by trying to indict NBC, and it is hilarious. Here is the truth killer, Bill O'Reilly.
Do you think he's sorry that Dr. Tiller is dead?
NBC News and other far-left organizations continue to blame Dr. Tiller's death on me. But is NBC responsible for the assassination of Private William Long in Arkansas? Glenn Beck on that. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thank you for watching us tonight. The murder of Private William Long. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Last night we told you about the murder of George Tiller, the late-term abortion doctor in Kansas, shot dead by an anti-government militant while he attended church last Sunday. We also told you that NBC News and other ultra-liberal outlets were blaming me and Fox News for inciting the killer. Now we have the murder of 23-year-old William Long, an Army private allegedly murdered by a Muslim militant in Arkansas. Police say 24-year-old Abdul Hakim Mohammed, a.k.a. Carlos Bledsoe, a convert to Islam, told the cops he killed Private Long and another soldier, he wounded the other soldier, because of what the military had done to Muslims. So here is my question. Is NBC News complicit in the murder of Private Long? After all, that network has relentlessly branded the United States as a torture nation, a country run by human rights violators. Didn't NBC News incite Mr. Mohammed to kill the soldier? The answer is no. The killer is a loon. The media had nothing to do with it. That is the truth. However, Private Long's situation will not be heavily debated on NBC News because they're not much interested in the truth.
Let's say you said yes to that question. That would mean that he's guilty. Fucking idiot. And also, the bottom line is that whatever NBC did, whatever he thinks they did, whatever fabrication he's making, and this was a nation run by torturers. That is true. It wasn't some sort of spin that NBC was doing. But the one thing NBC didn't do was get on TV in the last 10 years and dozens of times say, Private William Long is a killer of Muslims. Do you hear me? He's a Muslim killer. He kills Muslims. Do you hear me? Whack job Muslim man. Do you hear me? That's one thing you didn't see on NBC. What you did see on Bill O'Reilly was him saying, Tiller the baby killer, responsible for 1 million baby deaths, over and over and over again, as some sort of hypnotic spell reaching out to the loons that he talks about, but they're his loons. So it's a different type of loons. And most of the people that he plays to are those loons. Just thankfully, most of them aren't potential killers that he personally helped tip over the edge. And let's stick with the killer of truth premise, because Bill O'Reilly is responsible for the death of so many truths. So many truths. Let's start with this one. Let's talk about let's take a look at the truth murderer on gay marriage.
I don't buy into the slippery slope argument at all.
You'd let everybody do whatever they want.
That's the slippery slope argument. That's if you allow one thing to happen, then another thing, then another thing.
You would let everybody get married who want to get married. You want to marry a turtle, you can.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, Bill, if you want to marry a turtle, you're a fucking loon. They're just not your loons. Again, truth killer. Hey, let's go with another one. How about the truth murderer on the financial crisis?
The other thing that Barack Obama said over and over again, which he could not say enough, is, I inherited this mess.
Oh,
and we got to give this guy a break.
What good does that do? What good does that do?
It buys him a little critical time so that you don't jump on him every night.
He didn't inherit AIG, Bob.
That truth could have lived a life, because the truth is AIG's credit crisis happened in September 2008. Bastard truth killer. Right? Am I right? How about the truth killer on winning the war on terror? Remember, we won that.
Look, by all accounts, the Bush administration defeated al-Qaeda. All right, al-Qaeda was marginalized, been downgraded as a threat to the world. So we won the terror war, we won the war in Iraq.
Take him out. I would do it myself with my own hands, but I'm here in the break room. But this man kills truths every day. The murderer of truths. How can he live with himself? Truth killer, Bill O'Reilly.